Good morning guys, and welcome to another vlog. I have a lot going on today, but for some reason I decided to vlog and take you guys all along with me. So my family who lives in Maryland was actually visiting me this past weekend and yesterday, and I got to show them all around Portland. So I had a really busy weekend, took them to all my favorite food spots, but I'm very tired and I do have to get work done now. But this morning I just woke up and I did 30 minutes of yoga and then 30 minutes of like a booty class. It was very sweaty. Then I made myself some celery juice, as I mentioned in my last vlog. I have been drinking it every morning. It's supposed to be good for your skin and digestion and stuff like that. So it doesn't taste the best, but you know, I think it is working. And then I also made some tea to take with me. Then I quickly showered and got ready, and then I drove my family to the airport, and now I am here in the car, actually sitting outside of Whole Foods. I have an appointment for my eyebrows. I got the microbladed, which I also mentioned in the last vlog, at noon, and I want to check out this new place that's opened in Portland too. So I'm going to be spending the whole morning in Portland, so I just drove from the airport to Whole Foods. I'm going to get some work done for a bit, have some blog posts and to catch up on and things to edit. Bought a peach at Whole Foods because I already had enough beverages, but now I just parked again and I'm going to check out this other place. It's called Rabbit's Cafe. They just opened in Eastern Portland, so let's go see what it's about. I'm hungry. They actually just opened yesterday. The space is super cute, and this is my bowl. Very big. I'm excited. I got the Sunny bowl. So these are all of the ingredients. Very, very yummy. I am back in my car. Several things have passed. First of all, that bowl was so good, guys, and it was huge. Usually when you go out to eat anything like food is big, I'm like, okay, it's gonna be big, but it's not really gonna be big, and I'm still gonna be hungry. So that makes sense, but you know, I eat a lot of food. But it's really good. It was reasonably priced. It was only like $9. So if you live in Portland, check it out. So I ate that. Got really, really full, and then I went and got my brows touched up. That's why they have like the halo on them. I'm actually going to be doing a blog post about microblading. I've been talking about it on my Instagram, so when it's ready I'll link it below. But yeah, I'm not gonna talk about it too much on here, but I love the woman who I went to, Emily. She's so knowledgeable. If you live in Portland, check her out. Now I'm at a tofu place. So people told Jasmine, Chris, and I that there are a few tofu shops around here in Portland where they make their own fresh tofu. I've never had fresh tofu before, so I'm very excited. I'm in the parking lot now. It's like this little hole in the wall, but also you can bring your own containers, so we're avoiding our plastic use, and it's really affordable too. I think it's like $1.90 for a block. Let me show you. This is the building. Apparently it's like the oldest tofu shop in Portland. It's like a mom and pop operation. I'm kind of scared to film inside, but I'm gonna go in and get some tofu and I'll show you guys when I come out. Oh my gosh, guys. The place was so cute. It was like a little family owned business. So I got a block for Jasmine and Chris. And then I got 2 blocks for myself. I'm excited to try it and see if there's like a difference in how it tastes. They also sell soy milk too, which is cool. Have you guys ever tried to make your own soy milk? I know some people do, but I have not tried. It sounds like a lot of work. Though I will say I did just start making my own almond milk. But anyways, I'm getting on a tangent. I'm going to drive home and I will talk to you guys then. Back home from the drive, put the tofu in the fridge, and I am still kind of full from that bowl. I ate it late at like, I don't know, like 11, so it's kind of like my late breakfast. I'm like a little hungry, but I'm not too hungry. So I kind of had lunch for breakfast, so now I'm having a breakfast for lunch. So I have some a nectarine that I got at the farmer's market on Sunday. I chopped that up, and there's some ground flaxseed, there's 2 figs, and I don't know, a little dollop of coconut yogurt from So Delicious. I like their unsweetened one. And then I put some cinnamon on top of everything, and now I'm going to eat it. Oh, and I'm also drinking, I just need to drink some water, but I'm drinking this activated charcoal lemonade because I'm super classy. Honestly, I'm just trying to clean out my pantry and use like every tea bag drink mix possible, just because like my dream is to have an empty pantry. The clutter overwhelms me. So that's where I'm at right now. First I gotta mix everything together. I should have cut these peaches smaller. They're also reinstalling our driveway in front of our house, so if you hear that, that is the sound of a truck pouring asphalt. Actually, I'll just show you. Look at that. Such a lovely view. That's our future driveway. I mentioned in the last video that I've been going gluten-free for the month of August. Kind of wanted to talk about that a little more, and then just, I guess, my diet in general. Although I will say it's something that I like intentionally don't address too much on here, because I am not a dietitian, I am not a nutritionist. The things that I need for my body are not going to be the same as the things that you need for your body. And I think maybe it's because I went to grad school for a while for an accredited profession, but I really like to leave the advice giving to the actual qualified professional. I'm literally only sharing my experience. If you ate the exact same diet as me, you might feel miserable. You might have a ton of health issues. You might not have a ton of health issues, but realistically, you shouldn't be eating the same diet as me. You should be eating the diet that is best for you, and the only way for you to know that is to really listen to your body, get in tune with your body, and you do you, you know? Now that that disclaimer slash rant is out of the way, I'm going to talk about why I decided to do gluten-free stuff. The only time I really eat gluten is maybe like if I go out to restaurants, or maybe if I make like bread. I eat pizza every once in a while, but even like pasta, normally I just have so much chickpea pasta in my pantry that I normally don't eat regular pasta. I'd say like over the last 3 or 4 years, whenever I do eat a large amount of gluten, like if I eat a sandwich for lunch and then pizza for dinner, that's when I notice that I get these side effects where it's like my throat feels really sore, my nose feels stuffy. I actually kind of talked about this in my video that I did where I took a food sensitivity test where I had a slight reaction to gluten. Ever since I have moved to Washington and live with Jasmine and Chris, gluten doesn't bother them as much as it does for me, so they eat it more in their diets, and we've had more products in the house, and I've just been like, oh yeah, sure, I'll just eat a seitan sausage, and then I'll eat this, and then I'll eat that. And I noticed like my skin was getting a lot worse. That is also like hormonally related as well, but I do think the gluten had something to do with it. And also I have this condition called keratosis pilaris, and it's actually, I think, pretty common. Like, it's not everyone has it, but it seems like a decent amount of people have it, slash know what it is. It's when you get these like bumps on your arms. I don't think you're really going to be able to see on camera, but you might be able to. I like kind of have an uneven skin tone, and you get these bumps, and they're basically just keratin deposits on your arms. And I've always had them all my life. I've also never been gluten-free all my life. But I noticed when I was eating a lot of gluten, not only was my skin reacting a lot more, but this was getting really bad. For some reason, it's always more on my right than my left, but it was on both of my arms, and it was like pretty noticeable. So I just decided, what the heck, I'll try for a month. My skin has cleared up, and this has gone down significantly, and like overall I don't really have a stuffy nose after eating. My throat doesn't get sore. I have also been drinking celery juice in the morning. I've mentioned that too, so that could also be it. I've also been slightly changing things in my skincare routine, so obviously it's not a pure science experiment, but I do feel better when I don't eat gluten, and it kind of sucks because I like gluten. Obviously I can still eat gluten. I don't have celiac disease. I don't have a severe food allergy where if I actually eat it, I will die or need to go to the hospital. That's a whole other realm, and I'm very thankful that I don't have that. But I feel like I'm at this weird dilemma, because if I'm being honest with myself, I know that I feel my best when I don't eat gluten. However, there's still a part of me that enjoys eating gluten, and I think that in general, a lot more people could be eating gluten. I think it's over stigmatized. I think people have like a fear around it, when in reality, it's totally okay for most people. And if you feel fine eating gluten, it is literally a grain, just like rice. I don't want people to develop irrational fears of food when the food itself is perfectly fine for you. Like, I can still eat gluten socially every once in a while, but then I'm also like, is that really what's best for my body? If I'm really in tune with my body and trying to listen to my body, is that really what I should be doing at this moment? I don't think I'll ever be completely gluten-free. I mean, who knows? I might change my mind, but for the time being, I think I am going to try to stick to being as gluten-free as possible, because I have been feeling better doing it. And there's like literally nothing wrong with not eating a food that makes you feel bad. Like, some people feel really weighed down when they eat nuts. Like, there is nothing wrong with not eating peanuts or like almonds if you know they make you feel bad, or they give you a stomach ache and they make you break out. However, there is something wrong, in my opinion, of not eating peanuts or almonds because you think they're high in fat, or other people have told you that they don't like eating them, so you think you can't eat them too. That actually is a really good segue, that was unintentional, into my next topic, where I just wanted to talk about my diet in general. Obviously, I'm still vegan, This is not clickbait, blah, blah, blah. If you guys have noticed, like when I first started my YouTube channel, I ate more of like the high carb, low fat diet. I was never raw vegan. I was never raw till 4. Luckily, I discovered High Carb Hannah, who's my friend, who's also on YouTube. She ate a lot of potatoes and I love potatoes. I was like, girl, I feel you. I never felt the need to like make a video specifically about me changing my diet because again, like what I was saying, it shouldn't be a big deal. Like we're all humans in a constant state of flux. Like our diets are always going to change with time. I don't need to make a big like press release or news announcement saying, I will now start eating fat now and you should too. Like I'm just listening to my body and sort of flowing with it. Some people thrive on a high carb diet and honestly, I did not. I feel like my skin got worse. When I first introduced fat back into my diet, my skin like did have a little weird flare up, but then it evened out. I think fat is really important for satiation and for women especially in balancing your hormones. So yeah, I incorporate more fat and more protein into my diet. I try to keep it gluten free and I honestly love it. This diet that I eat now, aside from the fact that it's vegan, I would say is more like my diet before I went vegan. Like I love nut butters. I honestly love fats. I love like drizzling tahini on things. I love cacao nibs and like all those creamy indulgent foods. And when I was eating a high carb low fat diet, I honestly wouldn't feel satiated a lot. Like I would eat a giant bowl of like cabbage that I sauteed and I would still be hungry, obviously, because cabbage is like 0 calories. But it's like now that I'm eating foods that are more satiated and filling, I feel like my skin has gotten better. I feel like my hormones are more balanced. Like I'm not like woo 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 with my energy levels. And it's because I listened to my body and I realized that my old diet was not working, so I changed it. And I think sometimes people freak out also on YouTube, like, oh, you said you were low fat and now you're eating fat, how could you lie to us? But honestly, no one is lying to you. I just think that's another thing, like sometimes people take everything that YouTubers say face value, where this is only one glimpse or one day of my life. At this point in my life, this is what I'm eating, this is what I am sharing with you, this is what I'm struggling with. But I think sometimes people see that and they might like go back and watch a video from 5 months ago and then watch a video today. And of course I'm going to be different. We're all different, we all change. So just because I ate one way 5 months ago and I'm eating a different way now doesn't mean that way was wrong. Maybe that way was right for that time of my life, but I'm doing something different now and there's nothing wrong with that. I really don't think it should be a big deal. Like, yes, I changed my diet, but that doesn't mean that you have to change your diet, because you shouldn't be following exactly what I do to a T in the first place. But those are my thoughts on diets and things like that. I'd love to know your thoughts in the comments below. I do have to get work done now though, so I'll check in with you guys the next time I eat more food that isn't this. Still plugging along on some work, and for dinner I just reheated some Thai green curry leftovers that I had when I went out to dinner with my family. But I added some kale and zucchini to them, as well as some air fried tofu. It is the braised tofu from Hodo Foods. There's like a, kind of tastes like pho to me. It's really good. And then I topped it with some cilantro, and I'm just gonna mix everything together as per usual. I forgot that I was vlogging and I ate dessert and didn't show you guys. Oops. I've been trying to replace this vlogging camera that I'm filming on for a while. I have an old Canon G7X and I feel like every vlogger has a G7X and I'm really not happy with it. So I don't want to buy another G7X, but I can't really find a good affordable alternative either. So I don't know. I got sucked into a hole and I got hungry, so I ate some food. I ate another popsicle, like the one that I ate in my last vlog that I did. It's like a chocolate peanut butter popsicle. I'll link the vlog below if you're curious. And then I ate a tiny piece of gluten-free sourdough bread. So yeah, that's what's going on with me right now. Well, it's 9:00 p.m. I'm still in this spot. I still have work to do, but I am drinking some reishi tea with homemade almond milk. And that's all I'm gonna eat today. And I think I'm vlogging as a distraction, so I'm going to say bye to you guys and end this video and get back to work. Ugh. It was nice to have my family visit, but I definitely have a lot of work to do now, but c'est la vie, it was worth it. So thank you guys for watching, keeping along, etc. I hope you have an awesome day, whatever time of day it is for you, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!